So I've pushed the button and I've unmuted the thing, so I think it's working. Hello everyone from the future who's not watching yet. Thank you for joining us here. We're about to premiere a video, the Lonnie Matherne sort of video that I've been talking about in the live streams. So, you know, we got a couple 5-minute chunks of it made like we said we were going to. And we're like, let's just do one today. Why don't we just fucking do one? We thought to ourselves. So we done it. Here's one. And it's 5-ish minutes, like 5-ish Finkel. And yeah, so it's premiering and we got nothing really going on right now except for these delicious peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which fucking Josephine just made right now for me. So let's do a little bit of eating ASMR. That's definitely a thing, right? People love to listen to the sounds of eating. And by love, I mean am horny for, right? So listen to this. Oh. That's for you, Kinksters. So, there's no picture of it. We got no picture for this one. But we do have a picture for the next one. So, we sort of leveled up in our homework even with what we're doing today. If you go look at Lonnie Matherene's videos, and I suppose I should have linked to his channel like a million times by now. I suppose I'll put it in the description of these. Nom nom nom. This is a delicious sandwich. Holy shit. So anyway, 10 minutes from now, premiering on an internet near you. Watch live with us. We're told by our department that this is the way to do it. This is how you feed the algorithm.
Woo.
The algorithm says, "Will you have a premiere?" And we go, "Yeah."
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one goes, "Oh, will you live stream while you have the premiere?" And we go, "Okay." It's a bit gratuitous, but I suppose we could do it if you wanted it. And the algorithm goes, "Oh, I do. Oh, I want it so much badly." That's my conversation with the algorithm during my dreams. I hope that you're eating lunch right now. I hope you're having some sort of delicious sandwich. Three breaded sandwich with the middle bread toasted. I hope you're enjoying something like this. You know, I ate things like this when I was a missionary for the Church of the Mormons. And, it's still really good, you know? It's not like Spam, where if you don't have any meat, it's fine. Mm-hmm. But then when you're like, any options, you're like, why on earth would I eat that? Mm-hmm. Right. So, I could play a song right now, which is sort of past the time, but, you know, I'm not going to. If you want to listen to songs, you can come to our normal broadcast, which happens much previous to now. This is a late stream because of the surprise premiere of our Lonnie Matherne video here. That's happening here in 8 minutes. We're premiering our video.
Part 1. We're excited.
Part 1. But right now I'm eating a sandwich.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing ASMR.
Sandwich ASMR. So, you know, find a sort of private space and listen as I eat the sandwich for you. Make sure you're unobserved so that you don't have to be embarrassed about how you're about to react. This sandwich is so delicious in my mouth. Nom, nom, nom. It's stuck all over my mouth. The peanut butter and the jelly. And
it makes it very hard to talk.
Absolutely. It's like eating delicious glue. And I'm not saying that there's any non-delicious glues, except for super glue. It's not super delicious. So that's not very super.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
Gonna die
Record time. Ding.
from the inhalation.
Delicious sandwiches. I hope you're having delicious sandwiches. And I hope you'll join us as we premiere our new video and conversation with Lonnie Matherne, July 18th, part 1. Premiering on the internet near you in 7 minutes from now. At the 3 o'clock hour, I think I set it for. Actually, scheduled as a premiere, 3 p.m. I'm reading it right here. July 20th. Why, that's today. So how is that? Oh, did you see that? I almost showed it to you. I almost premiered it. Oh my god, do you want to do that? Well, that's so naughty. If we start right now, we can get it all in.
Fits in with our theme.
Of being naughty and kinky?
Yeah.
Listen to this.
The hurricane.
I ended up being a dud, actually. Okay, I mean that happens sometimes. And I had all this water, and you know me from my prepping videos.
Yeah.
No, I had food. I went and filled all these things outside. I had 250 gallons of water sitting outside.
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting on a mountain of freeze-dried food as well. Batteries, okay, solar power stuff. You know, battery-operated fans. So we were ready. Okay, I had my mother-in-law with me. And I forgot about the mother-in-law factor because we were considering maybe evacuating, but.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law was in town from Guatemala,
Gotcha.
and I did not want to be stuck in a car with my wife and my mother-in-law. That would just been too much. I couldn't. I don't really care what they're fighting about, but my wife tries to drag me into it. Like I have to take sides and take her side. I could really care less what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Do
Do you speak, what do they speak in Guatemala? Is it Portuguese? Is it?
Well, Spanish. My wife is trying to learn Portuguese as well, though. She knows a little Portuguese, but she refuses to talk to her mother in Spanish. She makes her mother speak English.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Okay.
I saw one of your videos where you were down there at your mother-in-law's house. It was really pretty down there.
Yeah, my wife plans on going back in October.
Cool.
I wish she's going to stay gone for a whole month in Guatemala. I wish I could go with her, but I really, the work schedule won't allow it. So.
Yeah, I have a month off. There's no one in capitalism that'll allow that.
No. Oh, speaking of time off, we will be going to Tijuana at the end of this month for a couple of days.
Cool.
Cheech and Chong, if you ever saw Cheech and Chong's Up and Smoke, their first movie, they go down to Tijuana, and one of them gets sick from eating some street food.
Yeah, I've only seen one of the Cheech and Chong movies, so I don't remember which one it was, but it's pretty silly.
Okay, so remind me in about 10 minutes or so. I got some fish happening in the oven. I got to run down and turn off the oven.
Okay. Alexa, set an alarm. No, I'm joking. I don't have Alexa.
Yeah, so we got some kind of fish. Pollock, yeah, wild Alaskan pollock. I got to go down.
It's in the oven right now?
Yes, it is. It's in the oven. My wife told me I'm making her some fish. It's actually fish sticks.
Generally, Jenny does all that because I'm not very she's just good at it. Like she'll be cooking it and then she'll be like, you know what this needs? And I'll be like, no. She'll be like, it needs some cumin. It's like, wow, I never ever would have guessed.
Yeah, my wife is a big foodie. She does a lot of cooking, but on nights that she works, I try to throw some Costco fish sticks. Yeah, I love spices, cumin, and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Street preaching is it's a hustle without like a payoff. But some of the preachers are doing that, right? Like you got a lot of people linking into their sort of like how to support me pages.
Yeah, I don't really dig that. You know, I mean, there's a lot of these cats. They get on Facebook and we're going somewhere to preach at some big event and give me money. Okay, you know, hey, dude, I can't take off work to go to the Grammys. Okay, give me a break, man. Okay, I didn't tell you to go preach at the Grammys or Academy Awards. You made your own mind up to do that, so don't ask me for money. I'm so important to the gospel that God can't do without me. So please support me in my travels in my van across the country. I mean,
Jesse Morales has turned his thing into sort of full time, right? He doesn't have to spend any extra time.
As far as I know, yeah, he does his full time. I mean, it's amazing that he's able to support, and he has like all these kids and everything.
Yeah, right.
How many
he's got? 4 or 5? 3 or 4?
Something like that. A lot of people in the preacher community just like they have this attitude where you just got to have unlimited kids.
Yeah.
There's a movement a while back called the Quiver Full movement. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's based on a passage in I think Psalms or somewhere where it compares having children to arrows, quiver full of arrows. And I can understand back in those days when people worked the land and you had a farm and you needed a huge family to help you cultivate your crops and plants and everything.
Yeah.
That's why you had a huge family because you needed it.
Right. In a very agrarian society, is that what that's called?
Yeah. So you would send your kids out in the morning and they didn't go to school then.
Yeah.
And you would educate your kids and they would go out in the morning and do stuff on a farm.
Yeah.
And that's why you needed all those kids. Sometimes I do wish we had children because I can make them cut the grass and do stuff like that.
Well, it's a lot harder. It's really hard. The most I've been able to really make my kids do is what remote control does. So I still have to mow the lawns, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I had to mow the lawn when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was the pre double speed preview of the premiere that's happening in 2 minutes from now. You, me, and the wall got to see it, and you from the future got to enjoy the premiere, even though it was after. So you get to enjoy the preview. You don't have to watch the premiere. Because the premiere is just like a thing where we get all dressed up and we go down, and so we're going to be doing the white carpet here. The white carpet. I don't even know. That's how often I've been to these premieres.
Yeah.
So now I have to just double down on white carpets and say how I intended to say that, and
They're gonna be so hard to keep
God
clean.
damn it.
They're gonna gross.
Fuck it, never mind. Forget the white carpets.
Good.
That was Sometimes I can point at a color and say another color. I can look at blue and say red. It's a sort of thing that happens. And I think that other people have it too. I just think that I'm noticing it, and other people say, I don't do that. And it's like, no, I think you do.
Yeah, they put blinders on.
Right. I think that when it happens to me, I'm like, oh, I pretty much notice it afterwards every time.
Yep.
Where people are like, you said this, and it's like, yeah, fucked up. And it's probably because people are okay fucking correcting me. That's why I'm so good at it. Is people are like, do you mean red? And I go, yeah, red is what I mean. Whereas with a lot of people, if you say, do you mean red? When they're pointing at blue and saying, when they're pointing at red and saying blue, and you go, you mean red? And they go, blah, 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 and it's your fault for correcting them. Whereas with me, it's like, yeah, that's exactly what went wrong. You notice that I am being, I mean, I say stupid, but like, imprecise. I am flawed in this sort of stupidity, or I don't know. Don't mean to be so cruel. The premiere will begin shortly. Oh my goodness, the butterflies in my stomach. Hey, why don't we listen to that exact same thing again right now, but at normal speed?
Let's do it.
I mean, I don't think we have an option, really. So thank you for joining us at the premiere, and thank you for live streaming this premiere with us.
We rolled out the white carpets for you.
Please do check out our Instagram, because we're live streaming to Instagram right now about our YouTube premiere of our new YouTube video of our Facebook conversation with Lonnie Matherne that happened on July 18th. Is it July? July 18th, 2019. Premiering now. Premiering shortly. Premiere will begin shortly. Also, while we're watching this, try to think of a title, because I can't think of titles because I have hundreds of videos, and so I've used every single fucking title that there is. And so, if you hear something in there and you think to yourself, that's a thing that's said in this video, write it in the comments, and we'll have it as our thing. Wow, this premiere is really premiering. I'm turning it down so maybe, but yeah, maybe I've got to turn it down over here too. Alright guys, the premiere's premiering. I hope you're premiering the premiere with us. I heard you like premieres, so I live streamed this premiere so that you could stream this premiere with me. Because I heard that redundancy was the most attractive thing on the internet right now, that the algorithm loves sort of self-referential bullshit. And so, as an exercise in just sort of the Ouroboros eating its own tail, I decided to live stream the premiere of the video. I hope that I've made it very, very clear that I find this to be funny. So, while we're here and we're talking to nobody except for the future, how is it, future? Is it pretty bad? I expect it's weird. Yeah, right? I expect every time I try to peer into it, I am fucking very deliberately shown an alternate future that is impossible. So, I don't know who's showing me these alternate futures. Probably the future trying to evade my grasp so that I don't win at the stocks and bonds game. You wily future, I'll see you eventually. I'll catch up to you, you son of a bitch. Just you wait, I'll be there in a minute. Anyway, thanks for premiering this premiere right now, and let's count down the premiere. And don't forget to smoke the cruelty-free ganja. Don't forget, cruelty-free marijuana. Pay your taxes. So how was that hurricane?
I ended up being a dud, actually. Okay, I mean that happens sometimes, and I had all this water, and you know me from my prepping videos.
Yeah.
Now I had food. I went and filled all these things outside. I have 250 gallons of water sitting outside. I'm sitting on a mountain of freeze-dried food as well. Batteries, okay, solar power stuff. Battery-operated fans. So we were ready. Okay, I had my mother-in-law with me, and I forgot about the mother-in-law factor because we were considering maybe evacuating, but.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law was in town from Guatemala,
Gotcha.
and I did not want to be stuck in a car with my wife and my mother-in-law. That would have just been too much. I couldn't have. I don't really care what they're fighting about, but my wife tries to drag me into it. Like I have to take sides and take her side, and I could really care less what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I have to,
Do you speak? What do they speak in Guatemala? Is it Portuguese? Is it?
Well, Spanish. Okay. My wife is trying to learn Portuguese as well, though. She knows a little Portuguese, but she refuses to talk to her mother in Spanish. She makes her mother speak English.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Okay.
I saw one of your
videos
where you were down there at your mother-in-law's house. It was really pretty down there.
Yeah, my wife plans on going back in October.
Cool.
I wish she's going to stay gone for a whole month in Guatemala. Oh. I wish I could go with her, but the work schedule won't allow it. So.
Oh yeah, a month off. There's no one in capitalism that'll allow that.
No. Oh, speaking of time off, we will be going to Tijuana at the end of this month for a couple of days.
Cool.
Cheech and Chong, if you ever saw Cheech and Chong's Up and Smoke, their first movie, they go down to Tijuana, and one of them gets sick from eating some street food.
Yeah, I've only seen one of the Cheech and Chong movies, and I don't remember which one it was, but he's pretty silly. Okay,
so remind me in about 10 minutes or so. I got some fish happening in the oven. I got to run down and turn off the oven.
Okay. Alexa, set an alarm. No, I'm joking. I don't have Alexa.
Yeah. So we got some kind of fish, pollock. Yeah, wild Alaskan pollock. I got to go down and.
It's in the oven right now?
Yes, it is. It's in the oven. My wife gets home, and I'm making her some fish. It's actually fish sticks.
Generally, Jenny does all that because I'm not very... she's just good at it. Like, she'll be cooking it, and then she'll be like, you know what this needs? And I'll be like, no. She'll be like, it needs some cumin. And I was like, wow, I never, ever would have guessed.
Yeah, my wife is a big foodie. She does a lot of cooking, but on nights that she works, I try to throw some Costco fish sticks. Yeah, I love spices, cumin, and stuff.
Yeah. Street preaching is a hustle without like a payoff. But some of the preachers are doing that, right? Like you got a lot of people linking into their sort of like how to support me pages.
Yeah, I don't really dig that. You know, I mean, there's a lot of these cats. They get on Facebook and we're going somewhere to preach at some big event and give me money. Okay, hey, right, dude, I can't take off work to go to the Grammys, okay? Give me a break, man, okay? I didn't tell you to go preach at the Grammys or Academy Awards. You made your own mind up to do that, so don't ask me for money. I'm so important to the gospel that, God can't do without me, so please support me in my travels in my van across the country,
Well, Jesse Morell has turned his... thing into sort of full time, right? He doesn't have to spend any extra time.
As far as I know, yeah, he does this full time. I mean, it's amazing that he's able to support, and he has like all these kids and everything.
Yeah, right. How many? He's got 4 or 5, 3 or 4,
something like that. A lot of people in the street preaching community just like they have this attitude where you just got to have unlimited kids.
Yeah.
There was a movement a while back called the Quiver Full movement. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's based on a passage in, I think, Psalms or somewhere where it compares having children to arrows, quiver full of arrows. And I can understand back in those days when, people worked the land and you had a farm and you needed a huge family to help you cultivate your crops and plants and everything. And that's why you had a huge family, because you needed it.
Right. In a very... agrarian society, is that what that's called?
Yeah, so you would send your kids out in the morning, and they didn't go to school then.
Yeah.
And you would educate your kids, and they would go out in the morning and do stuff on a farm.
Yeah.
And that's why you needed all those kids. Sometimes I do wish we had children because I could make them cut the grass and do stuff like that.
Well, it's a lot harder. It's really hard. The most I've been able to really make my kids do is what a remote control does. So I still have to mow the lawns, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I had to mow the lawn when I was a kid.
Yeah. Wow, what a great premiere that was. We'd like to thank everyone who joined us in the chat and joined us in the premiere. And remind you that tomorrow we'll be premiering part 2 of this conversation. So please do join us then. And we will be able to listen to what they continue to talk about as we talk about various topics like... I don't recall. Do you remember anything we talked about? The various preachers in the world. Did we talk about Jehovah's Witnesses at all? We talked about the Israelites, the Black Hebrew Israelites, and the BHIs, as they like to call themselves. And we also talked about other stuff. Lawns. We talked more about lawns. I do remember that.
Yeah.
That's definitely in the next part. But also that evening, we talked for like an hour, and so we'll be releasing and premiering that. So please do join us during our live stream, followed by a premiere of a conversation with Lonnie Matherne, a street preacher from the New Orleans area, and someday I'll link his sort of thing to everybody so that you guys can see who he is. So yeah, so let me check these comments here and see if there's any sort of non-trolly comment, you know, because a lot of people just come here to be very rude to us when we were just trying to be, you know, Pastafarians and do our Pastafarian stuff, and they like to come in here and persecute us and say, if you think this is real, blah. I was thinking about the Pastafari, the flying spaghetti monster here, and sort of like what he is used for, like his wonderful use as being like, it's my statement of, I know that I don't know, right? I know that nobody knows, and so I don't want to be distracted by the things we don't know. So let's fucking focus on the things that we do, because we can get really far with just what we know, and we can do some real good shit. So anyway, thanks again everybody here, and of course everybody in the future. Thanks for joining us for the premiere and the preview and the preview mirror and the preview in the mirror, and then the man in the mirror. And I would put some music on right now, but if you want music, you're going to have to join us in the live stream, because that's the one that gets totally fucking dicked by the algorithm.
Yeah.
And so we can't monetize that shit, because we play live music and have live conversations. We do record it, though, so if you want to join our Patreon, you can check out the tier where we allow you access to the back streams, the archive. I don't think it's up yet, but, you know, it's been in a meeting, and so it'll definitely... Oh, no, Redonk is here to troll us. Hold on. You have to pay the troll toll to get into the boy's soul. Oh. Wow, that's a rhyme. That's poetry. Did you write that poetry just now, or is that a reference to a poet that we should look up? How have you been, Redonk? During these summer times, we stream much, much earlier. And in fact, I only have about 5 minutes of stream time left, because the neighborhood kids are like beating down the door, being like, who's eating my bandwidth right now? But it's good to see you. We're having a daily show in the mornings, in the earlier times, in the practically mornings. Oh, it is the morning. Oh, Jesus. And you know how I hate mornings, eh? So,
yeah, like
you know,
9 and
but
10 a.m.
for the summertime, summer's got like maybe 4 more months left.
Weeks.
And 4 more weeks left. That's a really good point. And yeah, we're looking into alternative sites for studios, so do check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're out of here. Thanks everyone for joining us, both here live in the studio, out there live in the universe, and in the future. Why are you looking back,
don't forget
future? Look forward.
Put your title
No, I got it. Forget that one. Fuck that shit. I think that joke that he made about I can't take off time for the Grammys. I think that's great. That's what I'm calling it.
It's hilarious.
It's from Always Sunny in Philly. Oh, okay. I will look that up. I will do mine homework. Anyway. Yeah, later. Have fun, skater. AC Slater.